My name is Paul Hannon, and I believe that Groundhog Day is the most inspirational movie ever made. When you first watch the movie, you might believe that it's just a charming romantic comedy. Or watch it again and again, and you become aware that this is an incredibly profound and inspiring story. It's made such a significant impact on me that I've written a book, The Magic of Groundhog Day, about how the movie changed my life and how it can change your life too. There are three big ideas in the movie I want to discuss which really demonstrate the transformative power of this incredible movie. First of all, I believe that the idea of being stuck in the same recurring day reveals a profound truth about our lives. In the movie, the main character, Phil Connors, is trapped. He's forced to relive the same day over and over again. In our own lives, I believe that we're stuck in our own version of Groundhog Day. In our outer lives, in what we do at home and at work, many of us are living on automatic pilot, day after day, following the same routine when we get up, when we commute, the same jobs, the same conversations with our colleagues and family. And in our inner lives, what we think and how we feel, we tend to also live the same day again and again too. What traps us here is not a time loop, but our conditioning, which holds us down. We experience each day through our conditioning the same attitudes, thoughts, worries and emotions that we've carried within us since childhood. Every day we feel the same, and I really realised this when I read through my diary over the last 10 years. Didn't matter where I was in the world, didn't matter what I was doing, I was experiencing the same types of thoughts and feelings and moods day after day. This is a fascinating revelation, because I realised that however varied my outer life was, my inner life felt stagnant. Didn't matter if you're a billionaire or an A-list celebrity, you can be living the most glamorous, exciting life in your outer life, but in your inner life you can be eaten up by fear, insecurity and discontent. This is why so many rich and famous people are unhappy, and this is why we find it so hard to change. I call this the Groundhog Day effect. And it's a big reason why so many people are unhappy, frustrated and stressed. And it's not just us. Families, organisations, communities, even governments are stuck in their own repetitive loops. Just watch this year's presidential campaign and ask yourself, haven't I seen all this before? The second big idea is that the movie shows the direct path to happiness. What we call enduring happiness, happiness that lasts for a long time. In the movie, Phil is literally stuck. The town never changes, the events and the people never change. Only Phil can change. It's impossible for Phil to have any control over his outside world, so he's forced to change himself. Over the course of the movie, he makes profound inner changes and dramatises how this is the key to our personal growth and our happiness, better than any other story or example I can think of. Phil literally transforms the worst day of his life into the best day of his life. And the only thing that changes is his thinking and his actions. This is our greatest gift as humans, and it's the ultimate solution to getting out of the rut. Phil experiences exactly the same day thousands of times. The day never changes, but his attitude, feelings and thinking towards it do. He experiences the full range of emotions in this one unchanging day. It's a frustrating day and a fun day, a depressing day and a hopeful day, a dull day and an exciting day. It's a day when he tries to end it all, and it's a day when he falls completely in love. By experiencing all these emotions, Phil discovers the secret to happiness. He has the power to turn a miserable day into a magical day. He's made this magical discovery that he has everything he needs to be happy today. He's become happy not by improving his outer life. He doesn't get richer. He doesn't become more famous or more powerful. No, he becomes happy by removing the desire for these things and discovering that less is more, and that the best things in life truly are free. Creativity, authentic relationships, and being part of a community. I've spent the last 2 years writing my book to really show how we can dramatically improve our lives, just as Phil does. Doesn't matter where you're starting from. Groundhog Day always holds the hope that tomorrow can be better. The third reason why Groundhog Day is so life-changing is because it gives us a blueprint for transforming our lives day by day. Phil changes his life by experimenting. He learns to perfect his day by discovering the everyday magic that we all share, that is the gift of being human. Firstly, he discovers the power of paying attention. When he first arrives in town, he's living on automatic pilot. He's blind to what's going on around him. During the movie, he learns to stop living in his head and start living in the present moment. He discovers that there's an extraordinary magic in the ordinary drama and detail of everyday life. He pays attention to the consequences of his thinking and his action, and fine-tunes his thoughts and his feelings every day to create a magical life. When we really pay attention, we too can start to get out of our ruts and transform our lives like Phil does. His second discovery is the magic of repetition. Phil learns to make repetition work for him. He gets to know the underlying patterns of his life and learns to replace negative habits and routines with positive ones. He shifts from a daily routine devoted to instant gratification and serving his ego to one devoted to serving other people. We can all develop these positive habits too. Next, Phil learns about the magic of acceptance. Phil is forced to accept that he can only survive and prosper in his predicament by finding a reason for living, by finding meaning and purpose for his life. This is a magical point in the movie. It's a point when he realises that the time loop could be a blessing, not a curse. It's magical when you accept you're stuck and accept that only you can change your life. Now you can move on and break out of your rut. Like Phil, you can accept that your old self and your old beliefs are no longer working, and you stop blaming others and begin to change yourself. Phil transforms his life by practicing the magic of creativity. He not only learns to make ice sculptures and play the piano, he learns to create a new life. He discovers that he's a creator of his own experience and that he has all the resources to be happy right now in the present moment. The same resources he uses to create the worst day of his life are the very same ones he uses to create the best day of his life. He simply alters his perspective of the people, the town, the events. He even learns to love the Groundhog Day ceremony. This is our unique power as humans, for it's all about the feelings we want. What is the point of being wealthy and powerful if you're always restless, always dissatisfied and miserable? We want the feelings, and Phil shows us the most direct route to these feelings we all want. Peace of mind, security, love, connection and meaning. And love is the final magic that he discovers in Paxitoni. Phil just strips everything away that was meaningless in his life to find the essence, a life full of love. He falls in love with the town and its people. He falls in love with Rita, and he learns to love himself too. And love is the only direct route to happiness in our lives, and our careers too. Find what you love and do it. Then you will experience the magic of Groundhog Day.